Peppa Pig may seem like a simple show, but hidden in its episodes are some of the strangest theories ever. Theories about weird characters, secret past, and mysteries that will change how you see the show forever. Hash brown, the living fried food. Let's dive into one of the strangest characters in Peppa Pig's universe, Hash Brown. We all know Mr. Potato, right? He's the talking, walking veggie who acts like it's no big deal to be a potato that can hold a conversation. But what about Hash Brown? This character is not just any vegetable, he's fried. That's right, a cooked food item. Crispy on the outside, soft on the inside, and alive. Now, let that sink in for a moment. We're talking about something that's been peeled, chopped, and then fried. He's not just a regular, raw potato like Mr. Potato. He's a fully cooked, golden brown mystery. How does that even happen? Did Hash Brown once live a normal potato life, just like Mr. Potato? And somehow, in some bizarre twist of fate, he ended up in the fryer? Or is it possible someone or something did this to him? And here's where things get truly unsettling. A living food is already a weird concept, but a fried living food? That raises so many creepy questions. Did he survive the frying process? Does he remember what it was like to be a regular potato before the heat and oil transformed him? What makes this even more unsettling is that nobody explains it. The show just moves on, like it's totally normal to have a talking fried food item hanging around with the rest of the gang. The lack of answers, the eerie silence around it, it's the kind of thing that sticks with you and leaves you wondering just how deep this weird food conspiracy goes in Peppa's world. Grandpa Rabbit is over 100 years old. Alright, let's talk about Grandpa Rabbit, who might be hiding a huge secret. In the episode Sea Treasure, Peppa stumbles upon a bottle with a message inside. It's an old letter, and turns out it was written by none other than Grandpa Rabbit himself. All seems normal until you hear his words. Grandpa Rabbit says the letter was written 100 years ago.
But I must have thrown that bottle into the sea 100 years ago.
That would mean Grandpa Rabbit is over a century old. And remember, this is the same Grandpa Rabbit who's still out there working, traveling, and getting into all kinds of adventures. He's doing everything a regular adult would do. But he's over 100 years old? Now, in the world of Peppa Pig, it's easy to overlook strange things, but this is a major timeline issue. The show never explains how Grandpa Rabbit could be that old. Is it just a quirky joke? A little throwaway line? Or could Grandpa Rabbit be hiding something much weirder? Like some kind of secret to his longevity? Could there be some magical explanation? Maybe Grandpa Rabbit has access to some kind of supernatural powers? Or maybe he's part of some unspoken family secret. He's been around for centuries. He could know things that we can't even begin to comprehend. Now let's take a look at Rebecca Rabbit's house, because something doesn't add up. Rebecca lives in a cozy underground tunnel home, carved right into a hill. It's a pretty unique setup, but here's where things get confusing. In the episode Flood, we learn that the town of Peppa Pig is built high up in the mountains because it floods all the time. If the whole town's at risk of flooding, how is Rebecca's underground home staying dry? Now, think about it. Tunnels and caves are known for being a bit risky when it comes to water. In fact, they're often the first to flood. So how is Rebecca's house staying perfectly safe while the rest of the town is underwater? Is there some kind of magical force field protecting her house? Or is it just an insane stroke of luck that her underground tunnel is the one spot in the whole town that doesn't flood? Let's talk about Carol Cow, a character who, at first glance, seems like just another minor member of the Peppa Pig universe. She appears a few times, usually alongside Mrs. Cow, who everyone assumed was her mother. But there's something off about this relationship. Something doesn't quite add up. And here's why. In some episodes, we see Mrs. Cow and Carol together acting as if she's her daughter. You'd think that would confirm it, right? Carol is her child. But here's where the mystery deepens. Carol is missing from Mrs. Cow's wedding. Think about it. Weddings are huge events, especially in the Peppa Pig universe. And if Carol were truly Mrs. Cow's daughter, why wouldn't she be there? A family member wouldn't miss such an important occasion. Yet, she doesn't show up. Not once. No explanation. In the world of Peppa Pig, where things often seem straightforward, Carol's absence from key moments and her strange school situation might suggest that there's something more to her story. What if she's hiding some kind of secret? Or what if she's just not really part of this family at all? Leo Lion might be real. Alright, let's talk about Suzie Sheep and her so-called imaginary friend, Leo Lion.
This is my new friend, Leo Lion.
At first glance, it sounds like your typical kid's fantasy, right? Kids have imaginary friends all the time, and Suzie is no exception. She casually mentions Leo to Peppa in one episode, like it's just part of normal childhood play. But hold on a second. What if Leo isn't just an imaginary friend? What if there's something more to this? Some fans have suggested that Leo might actually be real. Maybe he's not a figment of Suzie's imagination, but someone or something she really sees. Now, here's where things take a darker turn. Have you ever noticed that Suzie Sheep doesn't have a dad? Not once does he appear or even get mentioned. Now, we know that some kids grow up with just one parent, and that's totally fine. But what if there's more to this than meets the eye? Some theories go as far as to say that Suzie is a clone, an exact genetic copy of her mother, Mummy Sheep. Think about it. She looks just like her mom, has a similar personality, and yet her father is mysteriously absent. If this theory is true, then maybe Suzie is struggling with the complexities of her existence. And this is where Leo comes in. We know that Peppa has her beloved Teddy, and George has his dinosaur. So, why not Suzie? Maybe Leo is more than just a lion-shaped playmate. Maybe he's Suzie's way of coping with the strange reality of being a clone, of feeling like she doesn't truly have a place in the world. Leo could be the one she turns to when she's feeling alone or uncertain about her identity. It's like her own personal therapist, a comfort in a world where she's trying to figure out who or what she really is. Dr. Hamster might be a bad vet. Let's talk about Dr. Hamster, the friendly neighborhood vet. She's always there to help the animals of Peppa Pig, but what if she's not as good at her job as we think? In the episode Troublesome Tortoise, we meet Tiddles, a tortoise who for some reason keeps escaping from Dr. Hamster's clinic. But here's the thing, Tiddles runs away a lot. It happens more than once, and it's starting to feel less like a case of bad luck and more like something else. What if there's a deeper reason behind it? Think about it. If a vet keeps losing the same pet over and over again, maybe the problem isn't the pet. Maybe it's the vet. We all know Dr. Hamster is friendly, but is she careful? Is she even competent? When an animal constantly escapes or seems unhappy, it starts to look like they might be trying to tell us something. Tiddles climbing trees, running up rooftops, acting out. That's not normal tortoise behavior. It's like he's trying to escape from somewhere. But why? Maybe Tiddles isn't just a problem pet. Maybe he's trying to warn everyone. There's something fishy going on behind the scenes, and Dr. Hamster's carefree attitude only makes it more unsettling. What if she's not the warm, helpful vet we think she is, but instead a careless one who's letting her animals suffer in silence? Gerald Giraffe's height doesn't add up. Now, let's talk about Gerald Giraffe, the towering giant of Peppa's friends. We all know he's the tallest character in the group, and his height is used for laughs, whether he's bumping his head on doorways or trying to fit into tiny school chairs. But here's the real mystery. Why is Gerald Giraffe so tall, while Edmund and Emily elephants are tiny? Think about it. Elephants are huge animals in real life, but Edmund and Emily are barely bigger than Peppa and George. They're supposed to be elephants, yet they're the same size as regular kids. How is that possible? Shouldn't they be at least a foot taller than everyone else? So, these were some of the strangest Peppa Pig theories out there. Do you think any of them could be true, or are they just wild fan ideas? Let us know in the comments, and as always, we'll see you all in the next video.